We've heard the words again.
Wear a mask.
And again.
Wearing a mask is just a good idea.
And again.
Wear a mask, period.
Over the last few months, countless medical professionals and government leaders have repeated the phrase in hopes of slowing the spread of COVID-19, but not everyone has been on board.
When you wear a mask, which you can certainly do, you are further pushing the agenda that is condemning all of us and keeps us living in a state of terror.
You are in violation of my constitutional right and my civil rights.
I will not tolerate putting a muzzle on my mouth to keep me from speaking to people.
So how did masks become a political controversy? Well, some blame the mixed messaging at the start of the pandemic when the government advised against face coverings.
The average American does not need to go out and buy a mask.
The Surgeon General even pleaded for Americans to stop buying masks back in February. And doctors followed suit based on the available evidence at the time.
Stop buying face masks. No, you should not buy a face mask.
If you're healthy and walking about, there's really no need to be wearing the mask.
But in April, the CDC updated their guidance to encourage masks, believing they could prevent the spread of the virus, particularly from those without any symptoms, as opposed to preventing you, the wearer, from getting sick. Some confusion followed, but Dr. Fauci eventually explained the change.
It was at a time when personal protective equipment, including the N95 masks and the surgical masks, were in very short supply. And we wanted to make sure that the people, namely the healthcare workers, we did not want them to be without the equipment that they needed.
Now, there is emerging evidence that masks are helpful. For example, a recent analysis in The Lancet looked at 172 studies that examined COVID-19, SARS, and MERS. It found that masks offered significant protection against viral transmission. But despite this research, face coverings have become increasingly partisan, with polls suggesting that Democrats favor masks more than Republicans. That being said, official White House guidance recommends masks, but it took months for President Trump to wear one in public. And before that, he downplayed their importance.
I won't be doing it personally. It's a recommendation. Can you take it off because I cannot hear you?
I'll just speak louder, sir.
Okay, good. You want to be politically correct. Go ahead.
Additionally, the president's indoor rally in Tulsa didn't enforce masks, and now local health officials say that event and its corresponding protests likely led to a surge in cases. For the next rally, Trump's campaign says that face masks will be, quote, strongly encouraged. Meanwhile, other GOP members like Mitch McConnell, Marco Rubio, and Dick Cheney have publicly supported face coverings. Republican Senator Lamar Alexander even went as far as acknowledging Trump's role in all this.
If you're pro-Trump, you don't wear a mask, and if you're anti-Trump, well, you're more likely to wear a mask. I hope the president will help us just get rid of this mask politics.
And this bitter divide on masks has led to serious consequences beyond just the spread of the virus. For example, there's a lot of misinformation flooding social media, with some memes falsely claiming masks are dangerous. And a security guard at a dollar store in Michigan was killed after telling a customer to cover their face. So where does this go from here? Well, recently, both Republican and Democratic governors have issued mandatory mask orders, citing public health over politics.
Now, I know that wearing a face covering is not the convenient thing to do, but I also know that wearing a face covering will help us to keep Texas open for business.
And there could be more of these orders to come. A recent study from Health Affairs found that mask mandates are associated with lower rates of COVID-19. So although the messaging has been messy, the facts suggest masks could help slow the spread of the virus for both Republicans, Democrats, and every American in between.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.